G'day. As always, when I learn a new lesson, I like to share it with everybody. And I learned an enormous lesson these past few weeks. Failure. Do you know how big that word is? And the connotations that go with it? They can last us a lifetime. I know I failed at plenty of things. And I took every failure as a personal slight against myself, and no one could punish me any harder for that failure than I would always punish myself. What I've now learned is what I want to share with you. Does our failure define us? We let it, most of us. Does it prevent us from moving forward? Sometimes without realising it. It does. What I've now learned is this, and this is what I need to share, because we all know, I talk to hundreds of people and I still mentor when my health allows it, and the common thread is I failed at this and I failed at that. Here's the thing I want you all to think about next time that you want to beat yourself up for failing. The word should be struck from the record in every walk of life. Because you know what I've learned? Failure can actually be our guide. It can be something that teaches us something we didn't know. But what happens is our egos, and I like to say I'm the least egotistical person I know. I go with the flow, I take everything as it comes. But when I get something wrong, which is what they say a failure, I am down on myself forever. It doesn't matter that my husband says, hey, come on, don't beat yourself up. Or I to him when he has something that goes wrong in his world of work. So don't worry. We shouldn't worry. We should step back from the failed event or the failed situation and look at what it's taught us. Some people call their failures their mistakes. My mistakes have been my greatest teacher. My failures have allowed me not only to become who I became, but to be able to look back and see the only problem with my failures was that I took them personally. Now here's the thing, I didn't know really how to look at a failure any other way until I heard a quote that we shouldn't take failure personally. And goddamn if it didn't knock me off my feet, and here's why. When we fail at something, we never stop long enough to catch our breath to look at the surroundings of why we may have failed. People are quick to hang the label of you're a failure, you're a misfit, Hello people, we are all just human beings trying to do the very best we can with what we have. We're not infallible and we're far from perfect. What we are is decent people, all of us, trying to have a go the best we can. So next time somebody wants to make you feel like a failure, or next time you feel, be damned, I failed at that, or another mistake, look at the things that led to the failure, led to the mistake. Then once you've done that, ask yourself, what'd you learn? And if you've learnt something, and if the failures taught you something, from where I sit, it makes us much better people. The people that continually fail like they're excuses or their version of things that aren't failures. But who's to say my mistake or my failure is any worse than something you've done that you won't own or admit? I've made a plethora of bad turns in my life. I've done and said things that very few said, of course, that I wish I didn't say. But the bottom line is, if I've said it, I stand by it. And whether that insults or offends, I can then no longer say, oh, I'm sorry. Because if I can't be honest, and if I can't tell my truth with humility, there's absolutely no point in telling it. So the message I want to leave you with today is the lesson I learned is don't take your failures or your mistakes personally. Look at what led to them, look at how you got there, and then once you gain something from it, kick it to the curb because it'll no longer matter, and stop beating yourself up. Because trust me, There's lots of people out there that'll beat us all up just because they can. So until next time I've got a lesson to share, be good to yourselves and each other. And as always, mwah, stay safe and say hi to your kids for me. See ya.